YouTube. Good morning. We are playing more Backpack Battles. Ooh, we're almost into Diamond on Berserker. Alright, new ranked game. Wait. Why is it frozen? My recording is like actually frozen. 1 second. 1 second. Hey, it's working. I blame Backpack Battles more than I blame OBS. They do weird things with the monitor, and I don't know why. But I guess it's working. Like, this is one of the worst games for it. Oh well. Oh well, it's working. I just have to pay attention and notice when it happens. Speaking of noticing when things happen, we just got an offering bowl. Kind of cool. I would like to offer things to the bowl, but I kind of want to keep the broom. Okay. Do I really? Yeah. I'm thinking. What about the coal? What about the flames? What about a stone? Stone can go. Cool. Good enough. I like it. Alright, we got a somewhat... Oh no, my music is also off. My sounds, they're going to be super loud. 1 second. As we switch over in the middle of a fight. I was recording a different game. Hey look, we won. And that other game requires me to mess with my volume settings. And now we switch monitor. Everything's a disaster. Okay, now it should be working again. I need to remember to do that before I start recording. It's hard to remember things. Thinking is hard. Remembering is hard. Video game. That's what I want. I want the video game. I just want to play the video game. I want to get to master with all of the characters. Do I think it's gonna happen? Yeah, probably. Maybe. What about this? What about this? Oh, banana's probably correct, but I don't really want it. But it might be correct. What about another coal because I value heat so much? Probably not. Start the battle. We get another flame. We get a flame and we get 2 value. Good enough for me. God, I would restart this video if I could, but you can't, like, restart the ranked run. I could just not put this one up and put up a new one and start fresh without it being a disaster, but instead I'm gonna leave up the disaster. Interesting. Alright, we're starting to run into problems. This is not a real build. Not at all. Alright, and after things being a mess, I also had to pause for real life stuff for 1 second, and now we're back. They have a crook and a sword. Feels good. They do have spikes, but we only have the one weapon. I don't do any damage, but you know who else doesn't do any damage? This guy. DHNCN. Yeah. Or at least they do very little damage. I want to go flick over and change the music, but he'll screw with the screen, and I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Poison Dagger. Could be a thing. Power of the Moon is on sale. I don't really care about it, though. I don't really care about this. I almost care about this. I do actually like this one. Take Power of the Moon. Worst case, I could sacrifice it, but I do think it's decent. Especially at this point in the game. Later, I don't really want to reach fatigue. But I don't really have control over whether or not I reach fatigue. I could sell this. God, I hate the voice lines in this game. They're not even voice lines. They do the stupid Charlie Brown adults, except for some reason the adults in Charlie Brown are the main character in this game, where they're background noise that the characters are talking over in the other game. Maybe I shouldn't record as soon as I wake up, as soon as I get doing things, because I'm just too easily annoyed some mornings for no reason. Start. Maybe I'm just generally easily annoyed. That might be the case. Alright, they have a hungry blade. But they don't have regen to feed it, so I should be fine. Well, I say that. They have 92 max HP and I do not. But I had power of the moon. Goodbye, Fitty Cat. Alright, so we're awake. We're happy. We're healthy. My sleep is so screwed up right now. So screwed up. But in a general sense, recombobulate, we've gone over, is very fun. If I find the magic orb, gloves would be amazing. This is a really good sacrifice. Those are all of the things. Armor is also just helpful. Ooh, I could make a snow stick, which is a terrible idea. The armor could help win the fight, too. I was about to sacrifice a blueberry, but I don't think that actually makes sense. Blueberry is kind of good. Do I want to see a unique? Because I could see a unique by putting one of these into the armor. We want items, an epic. We want the mana orb. Everything bugs me. Why is it that when I scroll wheel... Oh, now it didn't do it. Oh, if you scroll wheel while you're over this, it goes quick. If you're over the items, it goes slow. That's good to know. Close. Click over. Screen changes. I just want different music. While it's fighting, I'm looking for the chill part of the music. That sounds pretty chill. I'll wait for the fight to finish before I click back over. Looks like we win. They took an early acorn collar, which is very questionable. With one luck, it's just a lot of gold to spend early. Part of the reason Offering Bowl is so good is because it allows you to buy items on sale and just get value out of them. So I could buy an acorn collar, or I could buy like any sale item, basically, on this character. But on most, I could not. Or on this bag. $9 gold. We really want to see that epic. But we can buy this random junk too. Gloves. Gloves do appeal to me. I need to see this epic. I kind of want the bag. It's a full price bag. Look again. No. Okay. So now, 3 spaces open. This does not do anything for me, but it's a good amount of value for 2 spaces. This actually contributes to winning the round. The energy amulet doesn't do anything right now, but it's really good with friendly fire, and it's really good with what's it called? The staff. Maybe really good is an overestimate. It's really good if I find rapier, which is still another option, especially as I don't see the magic orb. We just lost this so hard. So hard. I don't know why they have a pan, but, you know. Gloves are back. Steel amulet is here. Steel amulet. It's round 7. The reason to keep this would be in case I see hardwood. There is this. This does damage. Very expensive. I don't think I want it, but maybe I do. I just want the music to be... I don't know how to explain it exactly, but not this. There's a platinum card here. We have 2 money. Buy this one. Sell the stone, buy the flame. Sell the stone, buy the flame. Put the star in? No. We're still looking for our epic. The epic will come. Okay. I just paused, jumped forward in the music, and it started playing a different song. A couple seconds later, I should have checked what's ahead. Start the battle. My plan for after this video, after I finish recording it, is to figure out, like, AI lo-fi background music. But I needed to not have, like, bass in it, or not have... I just want it to be super mellow, like, piano. But slow. Just... like somebody tapping on the piano a tiny bit or something. I'm not musical at all, so I don't know the exact... what I'm looking for. I just know when it isn't it. And this isn't it. Fire Spirit. Like, I would almost like this. If we listen. Except there's a weird clap. Okay, now it stopped. And I've got it set pretty quiet because it's annoying the hell out of me. Because I'm easily annoyed. Hope you guys are doing well. I want... I always want this one. That stupid clap in the music. I give up. Okay, I just turned it down a little bit lower. The problem with recording on YouTube every day for me is some days I recognize I'm just being more, like, unreasonably annoyed than usual. And it's not good. And those are days when I should just say, you know what, I'm taking a day off. But I'm trying to record a video every single day so that you guys have backpack battle stuff. And just, it's good for me. Habits are good for me. Okay, steel amulet. Why was I thinking about that? I was thinking about that for hardwood, which still could be a thing, but you know what else could be a thing? Getting rid of all of this junk. You know what else could be a thing? We need more mana. That's not a thing. But it is a thing. The thing that we need. What else? Blueberry does do something. For a change. I kind of want the spear. I want the music to quit burrowing into my brain. I'm not losing it. I'm fine. But I'm unreasonably... I still have 5 gold. Unreasonably bothered by little things today. Am I about to die? No. We still have 4 hearts. Okay, 4 hearts is good at least. Bird is here. 3rd oil lamp. Huh. 3rd oil lamp is kind of interesting. Friendly fire, you're gonna have to sit this one out, which sucks. Unless I find mana, which is possible. Hey, it's mana. Kind of need more than that. Right now, this staff... oh, Draconic Orb. That's the one that I actually wanted. Okay. Is it time to get rid of Power of the Moon? Possibly. Power of the Moon is kind of interesting. Get rid of the bird. I think we get rid of it. It's a little bit early to be getting rid of it, but, you know, only a little bit. Banana, get rid of it. Blueberries. We don't need to fully speed this up. If anything, I should be trying to slow it down. Could have this stone in there. This is questionable. One roll. This one. Alright, so we've already fully sped up this staff. Next, I would like to speed up the blueberries. We could do that. Wait, can we? In theory, I can do that. In practice, very easy to speed up one of the blueberries. Speeding up the second is more difficult than it feels like it's worth, but it's kind of worth it. How do I do that? Why does it seem difficult? Oh. I don't know, because banana's a weird shape. I'm gonna say this is good enough for me. Start the battle. We're sacrificing 3 things. We're making the draconic staff. We have 3 oil lamps. Let's just appreciate that we have 3 oil lamps. They're doing spike things. They're eating buffs. They've got 2 claws of attack. And are we dead? We're dead. Speeding up this second blueberry might have actually made, or leaving this out, might have made a difference. Yeah, that's painful. This turn, if I don't find more mana, I do think, God, chill. That's too many oil lamps. It might be time to sacrifice at least one of the oil lamps. I like them, but we'd rather have gloves. Bagtacular. I'm gonna take it. Don't think about it. Just take it. That heart container. That heart container would like to be sacrificed. We need mana. I have too many sacrifices. You do not give mana, but you're a good sacrifice. Except you do take up a lot of space. Okay. I think I have to leave this out, which hurts. Am I just keeping the oil lamp? If I was gonna sacrifice an oil lamp, I think it would be this one. Why does it matter which oil lamp? It doesn't. Oh, okay. The setup is weird. What am I trying to do? I was trying to have this only take up one of those spaces. This take up one of those spaces. Blueberries. Lado is here. Lado, what are we doing today? My dog makes me happy, so that is good. Well, most of the time. Sometimes my dog annoys me, but it's a good kind of annoying. I kind of want this flute, probably more than a rock. I would like to sacrifice it, but we're good. Getting rid of a lamp is a little bit questionable, but we're hoping to find gloves. And mana. That's scary. Except it's poison. If this was like anything other than poison, this would have been scary. If this was like spikes, which would have been poison. But if instead of this serpent staff, it was like spikes plus this, or if it was armor plus this, or if it was anything basically. Cool. So much value. Goodbye, value. Prismatic orb. I think I'm keeping it. Very expensive, but it's a lot of starting mana. So this one only wants 2 mana per swing. This doesn't get to go in. Wish it did. This is a magic item. Blueberries are a magic item. Consider that for a second. Oh. I'm going to consider it briefly. Also, I should think about this one, because I might be keeping it. Okay, I'm going to pause, rearrange... Well, no, I should spend money first. What do I want? Goobert. Goobert does not fit. That is not what I want. It's going to get sold. Draconic Orb. Okay. That's a lot of value. The only thing I'm really missing now... Gloves. But we have Bagtacular with 4 bags. I could start to get rid of some of these oil lamps. I still have 11 gold. Okay, I'm going to pause and be back in an instant. Alright, so here we are. We've got 10 starting mana, which is an excellent amount of mana for both this and this. So I'm fully speeding this up now. And... ooh, if I find gloves, I will have to rearrange that. But right now, I want this for the 3 crits. I don't think 3 crits is amazing, but I think 6 or 9 crits would be amazing. This is kind of a waste of money, but the more of them I get, the crazier they get. And the less that I need the blueberry. Like, this is just better than a blueberry. It's very expensive, but we have money. I am still unreasonably annoyed by the music, and I'm going to be all of today. But that's good because I'm going to channel that into action and actually figuring out my music solution for once. Big hit right at the end. 3 HP. 76 damage. We need ways to get crits. Crits, crits, crits. This one. What else am I speeding up at this point? I could be speeding up the flute. I don't even need that flute. I could be speeding up the prismatic orb. I could be speeding up a blueberry, speeding up the draconic orb. I guess I'm just gonna go like this. Ooh. Nah. I do have to think about this other prismatic, maybe. Maybe I just can't afford it, so I don't have to think about it. Draconic Orb. If this was scooted up... Ah, but then it wouldn't see that. I was thinking I could put a blueberry here. Ideally, this would move, really. And then the blueberry would go right here. Is that good? Okay. Good enough. So now we have 6 starting mana. Still reserving this? Sure. It's that or else roll looking for Draconics and gloves, which would be easier to afford, and they would be stronger than that. Like, one more Draconic probably wins me fights at this point in the first 6 hits, which is nice to do. This is so expensive. This does not fit. That is one of the things that I was actually looking for. This would have been another damage solution if we didn't find this one. But we did. This is a bag. I like bags. Okay. Now the problem is I'm supposed to scoot this over, which means I break my prismatics, but also we have excessive starting mana. The reason I'm supposed to scoot that over is so that gloves can go between the two, which also screws up this flute, but not really. I didn't try to optimize the flute. Maybe I should have. Bam. Now it's optimized. This sword. We are not doing a prismatic sword. I do like the starting mana, but 3 of it's plenty. Well, 6 of it. And I can still get more. Oh, I have a second prismatic. I knew that. This is not where a blueberry goes. Draconic can go there. The ideal place for this is where? Right there isn't the worst. It would be good if I had that spot available. But we're speeding up the flute. So the real question is, where do two of these fit in well? And the real answer is, I don't know. I'm leaning towards this, which I don't think is all that good. Six mana, plus another 8 mana, 14 mana, and we have 3 blueberries. Is it time to get rid of a blueberry? Most likely. Is it time to do what else? To buy a crown? Probably not. Although Insta-Crown could save me from a few opponents. Vampire. Vampire's a little bit better than usual. Because we have the gloves, because we have these two. But it's way worse than usual because we have a ranged weapon. Start the battle, win the game. Buy more gloves. Buy more Draconics. Vampire gloves also just aren't great with staffs. Because they do have that slight delay before they go off. And you want these to start hitting as quick as possible. Present is here, but there are only 5 rounds left. I don't need the mana orb. I don't need this. I don't need anything. We've got it all. We've won the game. That's not true. I just don't want to think about the things that I actually need. One of the things that I could use would be setting this up better. Present is not the call. Kind of wish it was. Bird could be the call. Bird's on sale. Star could go. But stamina is kind of an issue. Bag is here. Bird is actually, I mean, it's slow, but it's actually decent. If it even gets me a single extra swing of the fire staff, it's totally worth it. Phoenix is here. Phoenix with friendly fire. Like, I have a good amount of heat. What about a cat? This is only legendary. This is godly, godly, godly. Still no cat. Only 1 pair of gloves is a little bit painful. Only 1 draconic orb. A little bit painful. Start the battle. I should think about how much value would I have to put in to get a bird to reroll into a draconic. I should be trying to maximize that chance. Instead, we're getting a poison potion, but also an armor potion that I don't even use, but it's value for the offering bowl. I could get back my 4th oil lamp, but it's full price. I don't even need you. Okay. I don't think these are that good. The main reason you want more of them is for vampire. But, I mean, that's only the main reason. There are other reasons. I'm gonna take it, but I don't think it's the smartest call. So this one is worth 6. This one is worth 8? Recipes. No. Items. That's only a 7 cost, isn't it? 7 cost. Good to know. Draconic Orb is an 8 cost. Alright. I mean, I like bag space. Just, I don't want to figure out where to put it. I never want to figure it out. The flute? Really, I should be putting this bag and this bag on the flute probably. But that's a total hassle. And it doesn't give much benefit. That's the bigger thing. Here. I'm going to speed up 1 blueberry. Good job. Start the battle. 4 more rounds. Cards, I'm sorry, cards. They are going to have a ton of regen and mana, though. But they're dead way before those cards get to flip. 1 card, 2 card, 3 card, 4 card, 5 cards. They only start getting this benefit after 3 cards. Or no, the 4th card. So I think it's this one that starts giving the value. No, maybe it counts this as a card. Position? No, this is position 1. This is position 2, 3. How do they have that many buffs? Weird. Mana makes sense. I guess this also gives a couple buffs. Still, they had so many cards coming up, and there's so much money tied up in these. That doesn't get used at all. Cap is correct. I don't want to figure these things out. Yeah, let's actually do this. The bird is back. Quit trying to make bird happen. Bird is not going to happen. But it kind of could help. This one. Starting mana 8. Starting mana 10. Starting mana 8. That is 26 mana right at the start. 26 mana. 6 vampire. Healing is increased by 6 times 24%. Inflict 6 random debuffs. And every 8 seconds we gain 3 of every buff. But really that's sped up by heat. The cap. I do not need the blueberries. Now I would take a mana orb, probably. Because there's a good chance that we could pop it. Yeah, I could do a purple crystal into this cap. There just aren't that many things that help me, and this is one of the ones that do. Okay. Start the battle. Roll. Start the battle. Wolpertinger. If I could fit it, I would sacrifice you. I guess I could, after I got rid of the bird. Coat's yellow. Ooh, they have double, what's it called? Double Burning Blade. And they're blinding me. To counter blind, I have 3 of these. They had a lot of craziness. They had 4 Draconics. No, this doesn't fit. I don't even want an energy amulet. We're good. We're good. This one. Quit trying to make bird happen. Video game. At this point, maybe I should reserve bird. Fine, I'm gonna keep you bird. But draconic or gloves would be so much better. So much better. Start the battle. We have 1 more round after this. To look for draconic or gloves. What are they doing? They're gaining max HP. Crap. Crap. With only 3 triggers, this reduces range damage by a lot. For 7 seconds. 7 seconds is a long time. When does that go off? Once they hit 70%. I'm just not doing enough damage. 78 damage. God, I do damage though. Gloves. Recombobulate, it's too late for you. But I appreciate you. A little bit. The dream shop. Okay. We got a draconic. We got gloves. And really, 2 gloves are the optimal number. More than that is nice, but 2 is like, it speeds up both of these. 1 more draconic. Darn it. Now I have to think. I hate thinking. I think the flute goes. The flute was mainly used as a mana item. It's no longer being used as that. We just don't need it. Flute, you're gone. Oh, but that's the wrong place. That's the right place. Gain 1 random buff and cleanse a debuff every 4 seconds is just better than a blueberry. It's not like the excess mana does anything for me. That would bring me down to 1 blueberry, but still, I think we have plenty. Do I speed this up with the bird? I guess so. If I run out of mana, it will be kind of funny. This. Blueberry. God, I could do such a big recombobulate. If I just hit 3 prismatics and this staff and this friendly, we could do a crazy recombobulate. Put back in the blueberry. Oh, I could be speeding this up with gloves. Do I want to speed it up 10% or do I want to speed it up with the bird? I guess we just speed it up the 10%. Lame. Good enough. I think we win most of the time here. Ooh. They've got some mana stuff going. They have a Badger Rune and a Magic Torch. Too slow. Scaling is too slow. Overall, plus 14. I will take it. History. Okay, we're going for 10. 69 platinum. Did 1 unranked game. When did I do this? Must have been, oh, the end of Rehearted stream yesterday. CS Potato. CS Lewis, you are defeated. That was 1. This one's an easy win. You're 1 turn off, I'm sorry. 2 wins. Ooh. This is my build, but weaker. Oh, but they had a crown. 3 wins. So the interesting thing is, they have more gloves than me. They have the vampire gloves, which probably went off. Ooh, they don't have heat. Why don't you have heat? What is your subclass? Your subclass is not here. Did they recombobulate their subclass? They have plenty of mana. It looks like they recombobulate. God, they have 2 draconics, they have 4 gloves, they have the full bags, they have a mana orb. They actually got to crown. They have plenty of mana. Do they have plenty of stamina? The vampire gloves are the one that I'm interested in. So the vampire gloves, 0 second. No! I might have killed them at 3.5 seconds before the vampire gloves even went off. Because this was a crit for 100. They had 102 HP. This would have been a crit for basically. It would have been just short, I think. It would have been close, though. That's so painful. That crown. But yeah, 3.5 seconds for the gloves because of heat. Is that when they went off? 3.78 seconds. And the vampire does nothing for them. I would rather just have these gloves to try and get the kill before this even happens. Which is what I was doing. Mine is much more bursty. Which is why these oil lamps don't really make sense. Except that they're just better than flames. And flames are very good. So if we look at the damage graphs, because they have my same build, basically, except they have a shield too. 580 against 270. Stamina was not a problem for them. Mana was never a problem for them. They had way more mana than I do. What was their problem again? Their problem. Part of it is they don't have enough heat. That's the main problem. No friendly fire. Is 0.77 against 0.58. 45 to 47 damage against 84 to 86 damage, 145.9 per second against 60.1 per second. And that's despite them having the vampire gloves, which are basically like 2 pairs of gloves. So they have 2 more gloves than me, kind of. We have the same number of draconics. They have the plus 5% damage, but I have this speed up, which is equal to another pair of gloves. Okay, so they're only up like 1 pair of gloves, and it's a half pair because they were vampire for half the time. It's weird math. They also have a lot of money invested in these, which they wouldn't need if they didn't have these swords, which they don't need. They don't need this. Chilies? What are the chilies doing? In 6.47 seconds, heal. The chilies gave 20 health. Eat. Chilies gave 4 heat. Meh. 4 heat for 8 spaces. 4 heat. 20 health for 8 spaces. I would rather... Look, you can get 4 heat right here from 4 spaces. Or 4 heat right here from 4 spaces. Half the space, same amount of heat. Doesn't get the 20 healing, but we don't need 20 healing. We just kill. Was that the 3rd one? I think so. 4th one, double pan. Super cool. Doesn't work, but super cool. You can't even supply, like, one of these pans. Oh, wait. Maybe it does work. Maybe it does work. Battle Rage with Deer Wood. Too strong. I lose. I think the second pan is just making them weaker than just having one of them. Mainly because you can't supply enough mana for 2 of them. Unless you have, like, energy amulets. Then it would break the game. But one of them breaks the game if you have energy amulets. Deerwood is supplying the mana. 107. Wait, no, that's gained. Used. 99. Like 1 pan in 13 seconds could have used 200 mana. So there's no way that you need 2 of them, but it is fun. Very fun. And they beat me. Was that number 4, maybe? So we lost 1, 1, 3. That might have been 5. I don't know. Insta crown. And dragons. We'll say that was 5. So we've lost 1 out of 5. We win again? Where's their snake? You have all these little pets, but no snake. They have double crowns. How do they not have enough mana for... Or did they have enough mana? Oh, because the staff is using their mana. Got it, got it, got it. Lost 1 out of 6. Go again. Lots of mana. Which got drank. Very bursty. If they had a staff that was not this serpent staff, like if they had this staff, they would have blown me up. But instead, they had a serpent staff, so we got 8 poison on us. Kinda cool. They do use mana. This leaf is broken. I still think. Like, there's a lot of builds it doesn't work in, but if you have anything that uses mana quick, which this uses mana quick, this uses mana, This generates mana. These use mana. Yeah, this one just heals for so much. Healing. This wasn't even that crazy of a build, and it still healed for 150. 7.5 seconds. For one space. When we talked about those 4 chilies taking up 8 space to heal 20, this takes up 1/8 the space and heals for like 7.5 times as much. Super efficient. It is like a class item though. That class item is way better than this class item. And this one I like. It's happy, it's friendly. So that was 7, I think. We've lost 1 out of 7. Brass knuckles, 2 daggers, shield. 1 out of 8. Ooh, you have to have the dragons touch this sword. Forget the nest. You gotta do damage. They did have this staff, but mine does so much more damage. They had the vampire gloves, which again is weird with ranged items. Yeah, 1 out of 9. Cards are dead. Sorry. They got 4 cards flipped. No, 5 cards, my bad. And this one makes them flip faster. Oh well. I think that was 1 loss out of 10, but we'll play a couple more. I've been playing a bunch of these. Some of these, if they started to scale, and if they started to blind me, well, the blind would be tough. If they got enough blind. Double crown. What do they do once the crowns are gone? Because the crowns are now gone. They just get hit really hard. Okay, but they win. They had rebirth. We lost another. Wait, how did they have rebirth? They didn't have rebirth. That was this filling. Or that was the moon going off. But I think the moon... Oh, that might have been the moon going off. Never mind. That was the moon. Was it? Yeah. 365. I expected I could have killed before Power of the Moon goes off. But those double crowns just mess with me. They eat up my first crits. Not my first crits, but they eat up my most powerful crits. Bam. 2 crits. 3 crits. 3 of my strong crits. My 3 weak crits went off, but the 3 stronger ones did not, and then this whole gap here. Painful. Well played. And I was out of stamina. They lose. I was honking quite a bit because of that moon shield. Crown. Crown is my nemesis. Ooh, there goes the crown with no HP, but once it wears off, they're not doing anything. This does not scare me. This is poison. They do have healing over here. Look at that poison go. Someday, we're gonna see a build where they put tons of poison on me and I die. And it's gonna be an armor bomb. I lose again. This is just very defensive. So they've got Deerwood. They've got this bag. Battle Rage entered. Take 20% reduced damage. This one, take 10% reduced damage. This one, take 10% reduced damage. This one, take 10% reduced damage. Shield, but that does not block range damage. Shelly. Shelly with an extra heal off of this. Good healing from this one. Power of the Moon for a big heal, but I don't even know if that went off. No, Power of the Moon did not get to go off. So they were still safe. Lots of spikes. And the spikes work against my ranged weapon. If I don't burst people down very, very quickly, then I'm in trouble. They probably activated. I don't know, because this does drink mana. Lots of empower, lots of spikes. This weapon. This weapon. That hammer's actually doing damage because of all the empower. Damage dealt. It's not dealing that much. 504. But I didn't deal that much either because of all their damage reduction. 252.1 per second. If they ever came out of battle rage, we would have blown them up in like one shot. So I think I lost 3 of those so far. This one, the dragons aren't touching the swords enough. 3 of them are. Poison Goob. Sorry, Poison Goob. They did have a crown. And they have Thornbloom. Ooh, wait a second. Wait a second. I was closer than I would have expected to death. This. That's a villain sword. If they gain heat, they could do damage. They need to outburst me. Oh, these are not good, though. Not with this many weapons. You gotta be speeding this villain sword so much. And you just gotta be all in on heat. Forget stamina. I don't know what they're trying to do with that. Even this is kind of too slow. You gotta be sober. Like, these are all too slow. Mana, I guess, to feed this. Too slow. Too slow. Too slow. Yeah, this is a 4-second fight. This is just who can burst the other down first. And the answer is me. That sword needs to start with like 60 DPS. And go up. They were ready to be debuffed. They were so ready. If you put debuffs on them, they would have gone hard. They have a hardwood. Interesting. This could beat me. This should easily beat me. Unless I blow them up. Wait. If we don't blow them up. Oh, we were so close. Okay, we did blow them up. They were about to start going crazy. They can feed unlimited luck to this sword. So it'll just start going, scaling higher and higher. As they get the regen, they get to fill these, which increases their healing. This heals, this heals, this heals. They gain 30 max HP every time this goes off. They have enough mana, but barely. Huh. How is their mana? They have an energy amulet. Wolpertinger is really weird here. Wait, what? 22 mana. Oh, their problem was they didn't have mana at the start. This is why you need that leaf for the prismatics. They have like no mana at the start. That's so painful. It takes them a while before that golden pan starts doing anything. 8 mana, 9 mana, 10 mana. Okay, 4 seconds. 4 seconds. Oh god. Okay, 4.67 seconds. And now they still don't have as much mana as I thought. God, you gotta have the starting mana. I didn't realize how brutal that is. Why did I think they had more mana than this? I guess you really do need the 2 mana orbs. They have 3 blueberries on here. They have the food amulet. They have the energy amulet. I guess I'm just used to... I don't know. Oh, this isn't in the best spot, but it's not a bad spot. Yeah, that's not a bad spot. I don't know. Oh, it kind of is. This is not a trigger with the pan. This needs to come like either here, I think, or here. Because this chili is super slow. 0.96 seconds to activate this one and this one. 3.08. And they still activate themselves normally as well. Okay. This doesn't look like anything. They do get to double trigger this. If they had like an armor amulet or something. I do think there's something weird with Steel Goobert. They do have an armor amulet. And armor amulets. Huh. But you would have to use it as the activator, and they're not gaining enough armor. Block. Maybe I'm wrong. Steel Goobert gains 63. Activations. Yeah, it's not going off that many times. They've also nerfed this a bit. It now requires 40 armor to trigger it. We've already seen this one. And we beat it. Cool. So I lost quite a few of those. Overall, strong build, but I mean, it's my standard mana staff build. I could have been speeding up this lamp using 2 of these bags. Could have sped up the bird. Could have easily sped up the bird, really. But the bird wasn't really part of the build. These don't really matter. They're more just to get the starting heat. Finding another Draconic, finding more gloves. That would have been like the only thing that really meaningfully makes a difference. Or finding more of the caps so that people can't blow me up. I guess maybe a purple cap to try and keep insta-crowns from happening. All of those things. Alright, for now, that is going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching.